to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for leading us, Paul. First agenda item is approval of the previous minutes, November 14th. I think Darren got those to us earlier. Any concerns? And if not, motion to accept.
Move that we approve.
Been
I'll second.
moved and seconded that we approve. Any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none. Motion passes unanimously. All right. New business. First item is SD 23-02 GTGH-1 plat. And Matthew Schultz, I believe, is here to talk about that. Matthew, would you come up and kind of explain to us what you want to do and have done?
Sure. Bought a piece of property not too long ago, and about 172 acres. We paid an absolute premium for it. There is a section of ground, if you will. It's two basically rectangles or squares, and it makes a horseshoe around an existing home on 3 acres. And we don't really need it, and it's a way for us to recoup some of the money that we spent on the rest of the ground. It doesn't serve us a purpose, and we envision it as being two very nice, common sense buildable lots
Okay.
for whoever would like to potentially.
So the intent is for you to sell them.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Anything else we need to know?
Not that I am aware of.
Questions from the commission?
So just to be clear, you're selling off the part on the, that the home is on the east side? I'm looking at the
Which is this?
west side, I'm sorry.
These two, correct?
Yeah.
Is what we're discussing.
Yeah,
Or are we
actually,
doing
the
these?
whole thing gets platted.
Okay, so I'm
So the
to
area-
address all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The area outlined in blue there,
Right.
The area outlined in blue will be 2 lots. One will be 10 acres and one is about 7 acres. And that existing home there, we obviously do not own. It sits on approximately 3 acres. So.
okay.
And then so that's the far northwest. And then the far north east, if you will, that corner lot there, again, would be probably because it's got the road frontage on 2 sides, would probably be a nice place for somebody to build. And then the existing building that was on there with 10 acres, we'd also like to split that off. We have no real use for a building of that size. And so we'd like to put that, offer that up to the general public, if you will, as well.
Good. Other questions? Hearing none. Darren, can you give us your report?
Case number SD 23-02 GTGH LLC requested approval of a plat GTGH-1. Notice was probably posted in official county newspaper on September 20th, 2023. In addition, notice was sent to owners of all properties within 1,000 feet pursuant to state law of the Linn County zoning regulations. The property is located at 19892 Vale Road, Lacine, Kansas. This is a 153-acre parcel that is being divided into 4 parcels of a 3.69 acre, a 10 acre, a 60.38 acre, and an 80-acre tracts. With the splitting into 4 separate parcels, a minor plat is required. The plat is being asked for with the intent to sell or lease the parcels. Findings: the proposed use of the property is agriculture in nature and conforms to the neighborhood. There are there are other similar tracts of land near the proposed location. The proposed change will not detrimentally affect nearby properties. Property will not adversely impact existing infrastructure. Proposed use conforms to the comprehensive plan. Staff recommends approval of the minor plat of GTGH-1.
And Darren, are there any issues with we'll just go on the record with this, the golden rules?
No,
They all comply.
they all comply.
We're in good concordance with those.
Yes.
Okay. Questions for Darren?
It seems pretty straightforward.
It is.
We got to turn around and rezone it, right? Doesn't even need to be
No,
after the plat.
The
Does it
plat
take care of
takes care.
everything?
Any other questions for Darren? Any public comment? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion. Go ahead.
I move that we approve the plat plan as presented.
It's been moved that we approve the plat as presented, plan as presented. Second.
I'll second.
It's been seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you.
Took him longer to get here.
Right.
Happy holidays, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you much. Item number 2, old business, CUP 23-01, Regina's Rescue. Review of what the Board of County Commissioners sent back to Planning and Zoning. Darren, you want to take it away?
Yes. I presented the case to the commissioners. After it was approved by Planning and Zoning, the commissioners are sending it back. Their response back: thank you for the hard work in reviewing and acting on the above cited conditional use permit application. Pursuant to KSA 12-756 and 757, the Linn County Commissioners herewith return to the Planning and Zoning Committee the recently submitted conditional use permit recommendation, asking the committee to give the conditional use permit further consideration and specifically to consider. Number 1, the advisability of reducing the total number of dogs allowed under the conditional use permit, requiring all dogs to be located in buildings, severely limiting the number of dogs allowed until the building is ready for occupancy, requiring dog-proof perimeter fencing, requiring sound reduction panels around outside dog pens, and requiring soundproofing of buildings housing dogs, and holding any further action until the state review of the site's license, which includes the possibility of revocation, is complete.
My first question, when I read this, was number 1 is for all time and number 3 is during construction. What's the difference between 1 and 3? Severely limiting the number of dogs.
I think in 1, when they talked during the meeting, I think the total number of dogs that were originally allowed or that was passed with planning and zoning was 50 dogs. I think they discussed 40 dogs. And also during construction, definitely knocking it down to probably 15 to 20 dogs.
But Darren, number 6 really is, to me, a key component of this whole proposal. Holding further action until the state review of the state's license. is complete.
Correct.
Is that, where are we at with that?
So I talked to Ben Lancaster, 2 days ago. Ben let me know that there's been a little progress with the legal team. They have not reviewed the case, but it's moved up the line for review. I also went out and looked at the property, and if you remember right, Regina said that the building would be up by December. There's no change in the property. They have, I think there's footings put in, which were put in a few months ago, if not 3 months ago. I can't remember for sure, but there's no progress on the building at all.
So it seems to me, in regard to Commissioner McCullough's instructions to us, we're in a holding pattern until the state makes a decision.
Yeah, I think number 6 just kind of overrides the other 5.
But once that's done, we can go back and review the other 5. I don't see any point in doing it tonight. I think we ought to wait until we get information from the state.
That is correct. And the state, when I was talking to Ben, he actually asked me if I would be willing to sit down with them when they review this and go over the conditions that were originally requested and plus what's come back. And I told him that I did not mind that
And you would do that before they make their decision.
while they're making their
Wow.
decision.
Okay. All right.
Yes. But like I said, I think number 6 kind of overall says where we're at with it, that until the state makes a decision, there's no sense in moving forward with it.
Because I understood that even if we did it, the commissioners would put it in a holding pattern anyhow. They would do it.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm asking this of you, Darren, and of the commissioners. Is there any action we need to take tonight in the form of a motion or anything like that?
No, I think you just table it and table it until, word's been given to me from the state on what the legal team has decided to do.
So I will make the statement that the commission will table this unless we have comments to the contrary. Hearing none. Speak now. Hearing none. It's tabled.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want to put out a reminder tomorrow night at 6:30 here at the annex is the workshop for Article 14.
And the major piece tomorrow is getting organized to get this project done.
Correct. The commissioners agreed with the people that are the ad hoc people that will be added to the committee. Those people will be able to voice opinions. They will not have a vote. So in our workshops, we can come to a consensus. And then if there's a decision to be made at the next regular meeting of planning and zoning will make that vote.
Gotcha. Which is the way we've done it all along.
Right.
All right.
And who are our ad hoc members?
Emily Thies, Mark Briggs, Jeff Hines, and Dustin Koffel. And they ask if somebody couldn't make it to the meeting, if they could have an alternate. So Allison Hamilton will be the alternate. And the commissioners approved that.
All right. Well, have you be able to be here tomorrow night?
Yep.
All right. Good. We'll have a quorum.
Ed called, said he's sick. He will let me know his status tomorrow, whether he'll be here or not. Joe said that he couldn't make tonight, and Daniel is out of town on business.
Are we, I just don't know the parliamentary procedure. Are we required to have a quorum to have a work session?
I don't think so.
Looks like we're going to have it, but just,
I-
okay. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. The only time we got to have a quorum is if there's a vote to be taken.
Yep. All right.
That's all I've got.
And that's the end of the agenda. Anything else to add?
Yeah.
David.
A couple meetings ago, Paul asked for documentations, kind of on planning and zoning 101, or
Oh, yeah.
what we can do and what we can't do. And
So I am working on a class that everybody can take. I've still got to go before the commissioners and ask approval to spend the money for this class. But it goes over planning and zoning 101, goes over how to understand a comprehensive plan, goes over ethics of a planning and zoning member. And I think there was two others that I can't remember off the top of my head.
is it an online class?
It is an online class.
I dropped by the office this afternoon just to get ready for this meeting, and Darren gave me a little preview. It looks really, really good.
Good.
It's done by Michigan State,
Yeah.
and it really looks to be a nice components, and it's online. And if you can get the
Yep. It's 10
commissioners
hours.
to pay for it, then
It's 10 hours.
I think related to that too, and maybe even in the January meeting, because I know we reelect, January is kind of do some business, reelect our folks. It might be good to also go over our bylaws,
Okay.
because
Yep.
there's absent, if you're absent so many times and a handful of other things that are in the bylaws that we just kind of don't remember because we don't have to think about it very often.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also part of planning and zoning's job at the first of the year is to go over the comprehensive plan. And
One word at a time.
we've already done that. And basically go over the comprehensive plan to see that we're still in line with what it says.
so it behooves us to all dust out those of it hadn't been that long, but dust it off and kind of get refamiliarized with the comprehensive plan.
Yeah, and the comprehensive plan is downloaded on your laptops.
So no excuses.
No excuse.
David, anything else?
Nope.
Rest of the commissioners, anything else? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion passes. We're adjourned. 17 minutes, guys. That's,
Might be a record.
That is a record.
uh,
How long did we go without seeing Paul? Or is there?
Just